Let's talk about maybe my favorite character. Let's talk about Dr. Sue.
Oh, Dr. Sue. That poor lady. She
As
just
she
wanted to live the good
said,
life.
just as a pie is only good as its crust, a marriage is only as good as its trust. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that the truth?
I thought she was a very delightful comedic break from all the action,
Yeah.
and
She was,
she
yeah.
she obviously became much more involved than I thought she was going to, leading to her demise. But just a great creation.
Yeah, she was a much needed break from all the heavier moments, I thought. And I mean, I would pay to have her as my therapist.
I think you're
She
too
gave
late,
some
Kate.
valuable insights. Yeah. I can't afford her, really.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, I love the innocence of Sue realizing that, oh, maybe buying a McLaren was not the in my best interest.
Just to blend in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the other favorite character, I would assume amongst all three of us, is Ruth. I think Ruth is the best foul-mouthed character we've seen on television in a long time. Her voice is fantastic, her accent, and I think she's used to. If you look at the entire arc of the show, she's used to dealing with morons who really never give her the respect she deserves, and all of these quote unquote morons that she has to deal with never think that she's as competent as she really is. She's in fact quite highly competent. So I think whoever doubts her, she proves time and time again that she's going to get the best of them. And I think she always kind of does what's best for her family too, right? Like even you saw it with Wyatt, she broke that news. I guess that was the end of season 2. But you know that she's going to do what's best for her family despite how hard it might be for them or how hard it might be on her.
Especially considering how much she's gone through in terms of her personal life. Like she had to kill her own uncles in the first season, had her father die in the second season, and then had Ben die at the end of this season. Like she's been through the ringer, both personally in terms of her job, but also in terms of her own family and personal relationships. And the fact that she's still on speaking terms with these people is amazing.
Yeah, I think too. Like for me, I think like Ruth. She's such a strong character, but I think there's also like you see moments of vulnerability. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
In the first couple of seasons, I feel like I thought she was kind of a liability to their business. You're like, oh, is she going to break? I don't know. And then she proves her loyalty again and again, which I thought was interesting in this season because now you're like, okay, maybe she's not going to be loyal anymore because they've pushed it too far. But I thought it was interesting that she does feel like the birds are family, and then they kind of weren't there to support her in the final moments.
She's extremely cunning as well in terms of some of her ideas. And I remember when she wanted to launder money at the new casino with like this slot scam, and even in the first season, like wiring up the lake with the electricity. Like she fits that mold that the birds want of somebody that can come up with these ideas, I guess.